could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
Hey everyone, it's Lene. I have a crazy story to share with you all. This is the story of the time my car exploded. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so right now. I'm loving the support that I'm getting and I want to continue to grow. So if you're watching this video and you like what you see, show me some love. Alright, with that out of the way, let's tell the story. AKA the tea. So I had an SUV that I bought in a nearby dealership and I loved it. The color stood out. Overall, it was looking really good. It just called out to me. Like, it wanted me to say, come buy me. I ended up buying it. And I called it my avocado because of its color. And I even bought a keychain. I could just cry right now. Anyways, I put it in full. It was my first car too. So, you know, it's hard to get rid of your first car. Anyways, I went to school with it. I did Amazon Flex, I did DoorDash, I did Instacart, everything. It was my baby. A year goes by with the car. And it starts to make these sounds, weird sounds. And every mechanic I went to, they would say it's nothing to worry about, it's something small. All of them will dismiss the problem. So I spent a ton of money fixing this car and I still kept hearing those noises. Eventually got to the point where the car would suddenly halt while I'm pressing the gas. So I kept the car, I kept working with it, I took it to different mechanics and it just, the noise would not go away whatsoever. The problem will get worse, 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 and worse, and worse, and worse, and worse, and worse. Until one day, I took my car to work. I know it was a terrible idea because that day I'm texting my boyfriend and I'm telling him, I don't like these sounds. I'm very scared to drive right now. Oh my God, I was so scared. I even recorded the sounds while I'm driving. I'm like, listen to this, like, this is not normal. And I was just scared for my life. Like I texted him, I'm scared for my life. I'm scared for my life. And it was just like a really tough situation to be in. So anyway, when I got out of work, you know, it's that traffic time. It's 3 p.m. Traffic gets crazy. It's like bump to bump. Cars next to each other. You know the deal. My car would not accelerate whatsoever and I was scared because all the cars here, we all together and like I'm making traffic. The car just said pam 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 pam. That's it. It just stopped in the highway. It just died. My car just died. I didn't have the chance to move my car in a safe location. At this point, I'm freaking out. I thought that the car behind me was going to just slam my car. I was shaking in my boots, in my little Uggs. I called my insurance and they took forever. Like, oh, the lady tells me it was going to take 50 minutes. 50 or 40 minutes. I know it was less than an hour. Trust me, I thought so too. They took forever. Like a whole 3 hour wait for them to get where I was. It was just so difficult for them. I don't know why. So while I was waiting, the cars just passing by, they kept honking at me. It is not my fault that my car broke down. I'm sorry if I am such an inconvenience for you right now. If I have my emergency lights on, it's for a reason. I'm not waiting for somebody like an Uber. So the patrol services man, he tells me to put it in neutral and then he was going to push my car and move me out of the curve. So thank God he was able to help me. He was able to push my car to a safe spot. So finally, the tow truck man comes. Woo! About time. Yay. It's a long day. I want to be home. Guess what? The patrol truck guy, he was able to turn on my car. I just told him that it couldn't move and he just turned it on and it moved. And I was just like, I thought we were together in this. It hurt my heart. So when I got inside of the tow truck, the man asked me, how did this happen? I told him I told him what happened. My car he just tells me.
So you're telling me that the car has been screaming for help and you didn't pay attention to it?
That made me laugh when I heard that. Yes, I'm the type of person that when I hear noises in my car, I just put the volume all the way up. That made me laugh, but he doesn't know all the time, effort, and money I put into this car. So we talked all the way till we got to my house. And the next day, I just took it to another mechanic. It was too late to worry about that the same day. But instead, we decided to go to the car's model dealership so we can get a legitimate diagnosis on the car instead of just hearing different things from a lot of different mechanics. So we just did that. The car just gets worse. The car just gets worse. The day comes and the car just gets worse. First, they asked us, when we went the appointment, the person asked us if the car is drivable. We said it was because the mechanic kind of fixed it a little bit. That's not what happened. So my boyfriend drives the car. We're halfway to the dealership, which requires us to drive to the highway. Again, can you guess what happens next? The car was working fine. Psych, it broke down. The car broke down for the millionth time. The car broke down and there was no place to pull over. We were the first ones to be in the line of the traffic light. Yeah, the situation was really bad. We were just like, can we do it? Should we do it? Are we really going to do this? And the clock was ticking, you know, we were in the traffic light. It was soon going to be green. We had to make a decision. So we ended up turning off the car because that was their only hope. Because the car won't accelerate at all whatsoever. It won't accelerate. He pressed on the gas and the car will move. A miracle happened. We turn it off, then we turn it back on and it will magically just drive. We had to turn the car on and off, hoping that the car would just magically drive again. For some reason, it worked until the car just said, "Pa-dum-bum-bum," and just decided to blow up after pressing on the accelerator so hard. So imagine my boyfriend and I being in the highway with a car that was smoking and absolutely done. Complete, finito, finished. We were so close to the dealership, literally a minute away. So we could just walk there. That's how close it was. Thankfully, we got to the dealership area and it was safe to leave the car there. We go inside the dealership, we had an appointment. The car is right outside. It blew up. So the mechanic of the dealership went outside and looked at the car and said, "Holy sh!" They bring the car inside and they said they would call us with a diagnosis and how much it would cost to get it repaired. They never called us back. We had to call them. My boyfriend calls about the status of the car and they replied that they haven't started with the car yet. They got to it that very second and they didn't call us until the next day. They told us that the transmission was out of commission and the new one needed to put in. Now, those familiar with car parts, you know where this road is going. To replace the transmission of the car will cost me, drum please, $7,500. That was more money than I had to put in to buy my car. Like, it was double the money, for real. For that money, I might as well just get a new one because that was ridiculous. Sorry, but my car didn't deserve that. That was a lot. So imagine how shocked my boyfriend and I were to hear that price. Keep in mind that we just moved into a new apartment. We didn't have furniture. We were eating our meals on the floor because we didn't have chairs. We did not have money for a $7,500 transmission. So we called someone that we knew to pick up the car on his truck. No, Anthony, you're a lifesaver. You know who you are. Luckily, he was able to find a transmission for us for about $1,500. So the car is brand new now, but honestly, I'm scared to drive it sometimes. I'm afraid it will happen again. When they fixed it, they told me that the reason that this happened was because there was a battery that exploded. It's like a Michael Bay mobile. The battery that exploded resulted from the acids from the battery to spray on the wires that connected to the transmission. So the whole time that I was driving the car, the acid was slowly eating away the wires that connected to the transmission and the transmission itself. So from now on, I'm going to continue to drive the car, but I'm going to have a backup plan if the car decides to explode on me again. This wasn't the first time that my car got me stuck in the middle of the highway either. So be sure to like this video if you enjoy it. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to see more of my videos. See you all in my next video. Bye Nutella.